For a long time, the best way to get combat XP was to do tier 4 and tier 3 Revenant Slayers, which gave around 500k experience per hour. But right now, Dankestgamer is going to show you a new absurdly overpowered meta for grinding combat XP. The method used in the video gives up to insane 1.1 million combat experience per hour, plus you get a very good amount of money and catacombs XP. But before we start the video, please smash that like button and subscribe to our channel so when the next meta comes out, you'll know about it right away. Only 10% of our viewers are subscribed, so chances are you're not. Also, we're really close to being halfway to YouTube rank, and subscribing is a really great way for you to help the channel and appreciate our work. And without further ado, let's begin.
So I typically make around 1 mil plus XP an hour while doing floor 6 frag runs, and I profit around 3 to 6 mil an hour. The first thing you need is dungeon gear. So if you don't have dungeon gear, you're not going to be able to do floor 6 frag runs. In this clip, I'm using Shadow Assassin armor, 4 bone meringues, a flower of truth, and a baby yeti pet. So now that you have enough dungeon gear to do a floor 6 run without dying, you can start doing floor 6 frag runs. The first thing you need is a second person in your party. The second person in your party does not need to have a floor 6 completion or any dungeon completions at all. Once you start the run, the person can just leave. They don't actually have to be in the run. So you pick your class and you just go through all the rooms like normal, making sure that you kill as many mobs as possible while rushing blood. Now there could be many mobs in the blood room, but the main mob you are going to be looking for is a livid mini-boss. A livid mini-boss can drop a livid frag, which can go for around 500k. Blood room mobs can also drop super boom TNT, dungeon 6 potions, and many different types of essence. Another huge chunk of your profits will come from ancient roses, which the golems in the boss room drop. Ancient roses sell for around 1 mil per, and you'll get at least a couple every hour. The golems will also be a huge chunk of the amount of combat XP you get for each run. Now if you look at the left side of my screen, I have an XP counter which will count the amount of combat XP I'm making and update in real time telling me the amount of combat XP I'm making per hour. After finishing Blood Room, you just want to go through the portal, aggro all of the golems, stand on this ledge right here, and kill the golems. Even if you do get one shot, you typically don't get hit while you're on this ledge, so as long as you're dealing enough KB, you won't take any damage. When you finish the run, you need to disband the party to make sure that there's no cooldown and that the dungeon lobby closes. Now you may have noticed that my counter said 666k combat XP and not over a million combat XP an hour. This is because during the clip that I used, I did not have any combat XP multipliers active. It is very possible to use a wolf pet during dungeons without dying. There is also a method of using 2 potions during dungeons. If you throw a splash potion into the air and then drink a potion before the splash potion lands on you, you will have both effects. So if you splash a combat experience pot and drink an experience pot brewed with Viking tears, and you use a wolf pet, you will be easily making 1.14 million combat XP an hour. You can also do floor 7 frag runs, which makes way more money than floor 6 frag runs. But the problem with floor 7 frag runs is that they require really good gear to do. With my current gear, I cannot do floor 7 frag runs without dying. Floor 7 frag runs also make a lot less combat XP than floor 6 frag runs. At the end of the day, frag runs are meant for late to endgame players and not new players who are just starting dungeons. A mid-game player will definitely not be able to survive floor 6, especially without blessings. Even if you can do a floor 6 run normally, you might not be able to do a floor 6 frag run as you'll be missing many of the blessings you'll usually have. If you're mid-game, you should just play normally and get money and then eventually buy dungeon gear.
And this is all we had for you today. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.